Data analytics is the foundation of AI. Without understanding data, you can't understand or trust the intelligence built on it. This video course is introductory to data analytics for the age of AI. Created by Dr. K. Seefeld. The material used in these videos is in the Text Data Rookie's Introduction to Data Analytics. Available as a free PDF from the website www.dataanalyticscurriculum.com. Chapter 8, Bias, Ethics, and Laws. Welcome to Chapter 8, Section 1, The Issue of Bias. In this lesson, we'll explore what bias is in AI, where it comes from, and why it matters. We'll also discuss strategies for reducing bias and promoting fairness and transparency in AI systems. By the end of this section, you'll be able to define bias in AI and understand its consequences. Recognize different types of bias, including sampling, algorithmic, and label bias. Identify the sources of bias, from past data to human decisions. Understand problems caused by biased AI, especially in hiring and healthcare. Learn ways to reduce bias through better data and model testing. Appreciate the importance of fairness and transparency in AI. What is bias? Bias occurs when a system produces consistent errors, leading to inaccurate or misleading results. It can skew how data is collected, measured, or modeled, pulling results away from what's true. For example, if you only sample basketball players to estimate average human height, your estimate will be inflated. In statistics, this is called statistical bias. In machine learning, bias often means the model oversimplifies data, a problem known as underfitting. AI can also reproduce algorithmic or social bias, replicating unfair patterns present in the data. Bias may even appear in surveys, through selection or response bias. Let's break down the main types of bias in AI. Sampling bias happens when training data doesn't represent the full population. Models may favor certain groups over others. Example: facial recognition systems trained mostly on light-skinned faces perform poorly on darker skin. Algorithmic bias occurs when AI amplifies inequalities in the data. Models can pick up unfair hiring patterns or other discriminatory trends from biased training data. Even qualified candidates may be scored unfairly due to past biases. Label bias arises when human-labeled data reflects opinions, cultural norms, or subjectivity. Labels like toxic or safe can vary between people. Biased labels can cause AI to misclassify or unfairly favor certain inputs. Sources of bias. Bias often comes from historical inequalities reflected in training data, human subjectivity when labeling data, imbalanced or flawed datasets that ignore some groups, model training processes that don't correct for bias. The consequences are serious. AI can produce unfair or inaccurate outcomes in areas like hiring, lending, law enforcement, and healthcare. Decisions may favor certain demographics and disadvantage others, reinforcing existing social and economic inequalities. Strategies to mitigate bias. Fortunately, there are ways to reduce bias in AI. Train models on diverse and representative datasets. Conduct regular bias audits and fairness testing. Develop explainable AI to increase transparency and trust. Perform ongoing monitoring and correction to prevent harm. Bias in AI is a complex but critical issue. By understanding its types, sources, and consequences, and by actively implementing strategies to reduce it, we can create AI systems that are fairer, more transparent, and more trustworthy.